Bicycles have been around for hundreds of years. Ever since their invention, people have tried to make them better than was previously thought possible. Greg MacGregor and Clayton Bailey are two such people. Their bike, the Crockett Rocket, will live in the history books forever. Created in the Mac Bailey Propulsion Laboratories at a secret Mojave location, the Crockett Rocket was designed as a solution to the ever-increasing congestion on the roadways of America. The bike took 3 years to build, and every piece that went into or onto it was extensively tested. The aerodynamics and fluid mechanics of the ride were checked and rechecked until both scientists were satisfied with the results. The suit was specially designed and then redesigned to facilitate the world speed record on a bicycle. The rockets themselves were tested down to the minutest detail. There is no room for error when dealing with rockets such as these. Greg MacGregor tells us about the rocket motors.
I'm holding one of the rocket engines, which will be attached to the cycle. There are 4 others. This engine consists of a streamlined nose cone attached to a steel tube 24 inches long, which has a 3.5-inch opening in the back. Inside this tube, or combustion chamber, will be placed the rocket fuel. This will be ignited, causing gases to be emitted from the back of the rocket, and a thrust being forced in this direction.
The pilot of the bike was measured and studied, and every part of the bike custom built to his unique measurements, a crucial factor in a project like this. And he had to train extensively using special Mac Bailey developed exercises like face dodging, twistums, and horsey rides, the most important of all. The rocket bike was designed to be launched from a ramp. Greg MacGregor explains.
Going up this ramp and pointing out each component step by step, we first come to probably the most important one of all, and that is the arrow at the end of the ramp. It's at this point that the rocket cycle needs to cross and enter the flat straightaway. Following that are the guidelines, dotted dashes, dashed lines which run all the way up to the top of the ramp, and these help the cyclist guide his way to the arrow tip. Next in line is the wheel chalk, a very essential ingredient to hold the cycle in place while preparations are made prior to the launch. This will be removed, freeing the front wheel to roll down the ramp. As we go back to the end of the ramp, to the top of the ramp, we follow the dotted lines to the top of the ramp, and we come to the spark arrestor. I have a part of it right here. Its purpose is to trap and neutralize all dangerous fumes and sparks coming out of the back of the rocket cycle. It's a very important ingredient to have in any launching ramp. The next step in our project is probably the most crucial of all. We're going to test fire one of the engines. Join me now as we proceed over to the Rocket Thrust Performance Test Area to conduct this crucial test.
Okay, ready? Okay, there it goes. Back to start time. Inside.
Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi. That's wonderful.
A thrust duration of 8 seconds, good enough for the scientists to proceed to final testing of the bike on a special surface prepared to simulate the track conditions to be experienced on the big day. The Crockett Proving Grounds, site of the earth-shattering record attempt performed by Mac Bailey Propulsion Laboratories. The surface must be prepared for the ride, and here, Clayton Bailey himself puts on the finishing touches. The safety crew was on hand for this event like they have been so many times before.
We're going to go check the hay right now and see if it's up to standard. This is A grade hay. It's pretty damn hard, as a matter of fact. The coat, you asked me what if it's fireproof. No, I'll take this off before I watch that guy ride the motorcycle on that bicycle. I think it's kind of like the Schwinn Knievel, you know, or kind of maybe a Huffy Knievel. Huffy Knievel would be called. Yeah, it's pretty good. Huffy, yeah.
Okay, as you can see, Clayton Bailey is, okay, all right, now we're getting down to brass tacks. Now we're going to sight this sucker in. Here we go, we're getting close, ladies and gentlemen, look at this. Looks like we're set, looks like we're getting very close now. Very, very close.
I'd like to introduce our rocket queen, Miss Fire, daughter of Fred Fire. Also, Tom Powers, our Contra Costa County Transportation Commission representative, and of course, Lyle, our Crockett tile.
My problem. It's not working.
Well, let's just do this.
I want everybody to know that this is a brand new shears from Pedrati's Hardware. They have never been sharpened at Waldo's Fix-It Shop. Move together now to pose for the official photograph. We can get this group out on the track to pose for the official photo. Up, and here comes the official photographer. My God, look at this guy. Worthy of Cal State or DVC or anywhere else. Oh, dirty.
Are you ready?
Here we are. Little animation.
Got it.
Hi.
Thank you.
Greg, you want to come on over here now and show us the bike? As Waldo said, Greg and I have for about 3 years done the experimental rocket building, and we've used the Fort Costa Proving Grounds, and today is the first time we've come to Crockett to test the Crockett rocket. We call it a 4x4 because we have 4 pounds of black gunpowder and 4 gallons of gasoline in the engines. And we're going to burn this in the 50-yard sprint to the hay bales. Now, Greg, you want to talk to us about the bike itself?
Clayton Bailey is going to point out several features of this bicycle. First of all, this started out as a Korean Astrostar 10-speed, 26-inch bicycle, which we purchased from the Goodwill for $15. This bicycle has 2 wheels, one in the back and one in the front. And you notice that the front wheel has a streamlined fender, which is designed to make the bicycle slip through the air more easily at high speeds. We decided to use 4 rockets in the back rather than 1 because it gives greater vertical stability on a horizontal surface. Mr. Bailey, would you go to the front? I'd like to point out some features of the ramp. Now, the ramp was designed at a secret laboratory in Oakland, California. It consists of an arrow in the front and a tip of the arrow. Now, the tip of the arrow is the most important part of the ramp. Its function is to guide the cyclist onto the pavement at a precise point so that the race can be finished in a straight line. If the cyclist varies more than 5 or 10 inches from that point, it could easily mean a distance of 20 or 30 feet at the other end of the runway. Following this, we have dotted lines. The dotted lines follow up the ramp and help the cyclist see because of the tremendous vibration that is likely to be experienced in accelerating down the ramp. Trigonometric functions and algebra have been used to determine the slope of this ramp. It's been carefully designed to give maximum thrust to the rocket bicycle as it enters the flatlands. Finally, in the back of the ramp, we have the spark arrestor. The spark arrestor's function is to clean up all noxious and toxic gases that are emitted by the bicycle during revving and taking off. Mr. Bailey, would you like to finish with your...
Greg, Waldo, Gene, and the rest of you have worked on the committee to make this world record attempt on the rocket cycle. I have a surprise for you. The Carquinez Straight Shooter
Well, this is amazing, ladies and gentlemen. We never expected anything like this. This is just beyond the ken. I don't know what to say. This is news to me. Oh my God, look at this thing. Here it is, Clayton Bailey's Challenger. Oh, the Cortina straight shooter. There it is, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not. Look, it's amazing.
Now this really is a surprise, isn't it, Waldo? This is a smaller bike. It requires only 2 rockets instead of the 5 in the larger bike. It uses a solid propellant. It's small enough you could carry it on BART. It could be carried on luggage on an airplane. You could ride it to work and you could keep it under your desk at work. Okay, we'll see. Let the better man win.
Well, there it is. Clayton has thrown the gauntlet. Remains to be seen whether Greg will pick it up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we're ready here. Instead of a simple collaboration, we have a challenge. This, I'm speechless, if you can believe that. Now, you couldn't believe that. I've been talking too long to be speechless. Okay, Greg. Okay. Into the fueling stage now. Clayton will be fueling the rocket. Comes that high-test gas. The funnel is in place. The fuel hose to the fuel receptacles. Receptacles? That's close enough. It's a very tense moment, ladies and gentlemen. This is high-test unleaded, super unleaded, 92 octane. You can get it at any Unical station. Unical's the only one open in town today. Oh, there we go, there we go. Is that a drip? Are you dripping that? Clayton, please be careful. Good Lord, he's got it all over the ramp. Yeah, we're messing with fire here. Oh, Greg, step in. The gas is running down the ramp. My God, gentlemen, be careful. That's it. Now I get the gloves. Wipe it up a little bit. Good deal. You're not going to wear those gloves when you're riding the bike. Okay. Well into the fueling process now. Clayton, that's leaking again. You're getting gasoline all over the ramp. Greg, if you got any in your pants, check to see that Greg has no gasoline on his pants, please. This could be a disaster. I guess not. Well, that's a bottle that looked like sulfuric acid. Are you sure that's gasoline? Okay. Here we go with the reflective clothing.
This is an acid catalyst.
This is an acid catalyst that he's adding now. I'm right. I was right. It is sulfuric acid. He's pouring it in. It's a catalyst. Good. Is that going to eat through the ramp? Clayton, you're spilling the acid on the ramp. Did you get enough catalyst in? Okay. Oh, this is getting tense. This is getting just so intense. More catalyst. If you hadn't spilled half of it the first time, you wouldn't have to add more. Okay. There's more acid. Oh, no, more acid on the ramp. My goodness. All right. Are we getting close? It appears we are getting close.
Okay, clear the track off.
Okay, clear the track. Ladies and gentlemen, please clear the track. We don't want you coming out of here looking something like one of Papa Charlie's pizzas. Nobody needs to be flattened out, please. And those of you behind, Lyle, watch out. We don't want fried crocodile.
Where's Fernando?
Okay. It appears we're right. Clayton, you got gas all over those gloves. Are you going to wear... Oh, my God. Oh, here's Miss Fire. Isn't she sweet? Oh, got the torch. Oh, I see now why they call her Miss Fire. Okay, clear the track. Ladies and gentlemen, please clear the track. Okay, those of you down on the curb, can you back up around the curb a little bit? Thank you. Stay out of the way of that target. You could be flattened. All right, we're getting close. Ah, we've mounted up. Now I want everybody to notice that this is, in the sake of safety, a girl's bike. I thought he'd saddled up there for a minute. Ah, the gloves, the helmet, the cycling scarps. Are we ready? Applying the brakes, removing the tie down. That was a... See, yeah, Greg, let's be serious. You've got a can of gas. Misfire, that gas can in front of you, I really don't feel that it should be in the line of fire of the rockets. You know, it doesn't seem to be safe to me. Thank you. That's much better. Almost. Yeah, put the acid over there too. That's better. That makes me feel a little safer. Of course, you people that are standing close to the acid, I wouldn't feel too safe if I were you, but I'm standing on this side, so the hell with it. Yeah, we're going to get what you call combustion. Now this, you know, everybody drives automobiles and they're internal combustion engines. This could probably be considered external combustion because the fire is liable to be all over. We're ready. As far as I can see, we're ready. Are we ready? Oh, more fuel. Okay, we need more fuel. Here we go. Let's fuel it up. Oh my God, get fuel all over the pilot. Up. Everybody, be careful with that gasoline, my God. That's very nice. Wipe it up. I mean, the fumes will be there for an hour and a half, but go ahead and wipe up the gas. That's all right. Okay, at least I get the funnel out of the way. All right, are we ready? We're ready. Okay, the straight shooter against the Crockett rocket. Okay, this is for the Guinness Book of World Records. We're here to set a record, ladies and gentlemen. You're about to see history. Move, the gas can is behind the rockets again. Please move the gas can. Safety first. I realize that this is a Port Costa rocket testing. All right, is you ready, Ski Cat? You might be better on that bicycle off to your right, Clayton. Here it is, the challenge of the century. The flame is lit. Yes, I can see heat arising from the torch. Aha, something is burning. Yes, we burn paper. Fabulous burning paper. All right. It appears as though we're about to light the rockets. Stand back, everyone. Watch out for that gasoline. Whatever you do, And here it is, ladies and gentlemen. The lighting off. And a drum roll. The timing equipment is going. And we're lit off. I can see smoke. The fuses are burning. Here goes the rocket. You heard of the rocket's red glare? Keep your eye on the rocket's red glare. Are you sure? Every minute of it. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. There are awards to be presented. They'll be taken care of very shortly. We get the drivers back to the area. What a challenge. Who won the race? I couldn't see the finish line for the smoke. That was fantastic.
Well, this is a wonderful day, and I know that when I make my report to the Transportation Commission on Wednesday, that I'll be very surprised if the Commission doesn't adopt this as one of the most outstanding new modes of getting from place A to B that has been discovered. I'd like to give this certificate of commendation each to Greg MacGregor and Clayton Bailey in recognition of their impressive contributions towards solving traffic jamism. Now that's a new word created for this Crockett rocket, jamism. And in further recognition of their having opened our eyes to new ways of moving from point A to B. More power to the Crockett rocket.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, Tom. Pleasure to have you here. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is it for today. But while you're here in Crockett, visit our beautiful downtown area. Spend a little money.
It was a hell of a day. Hell of a day. Here's seconds of sauce bottle.
Child, I always, was interested in rockets and model rockets. And I've always been a bicycler, so I thought, what a wonderful idea to combine the two interests. Try to go fast on a bicycle.
Let's say you're out in the coin lot and you want to get to the library, or your library books are due or something. Okay, you get on the rocket shuttle and you're over there in 2 seconds.
How old are you?
48. Old enough to know better.
I got here in time to see the fire engine pull away. So I didn't really get to see it, but I heard that the bicycle went normal speed and a lot of smoke came out, a lot of flames came out. It was an impressive explosion, but the bicycle still went at normal speed and he had complete control of the bike.
What'd you find?
The O-ring. This is the reason why it didn't go farther. We found it, and we're taking it home to test it.
So what'd you think of the whole thing?
That was beautiful. That was a nice slice of Americana.
You think it's science or art?
I think it's more art.
More art?
More art.
Do you think this will solve the commuting problems of the world?
It'll kill a few commuters.
I don't know about that.
Tell me, what'd you think of this whole rocket bike fiasco?
Amazed.
Truly amazed?
Mystified. I want one, but for my room. I'm too much of a chicken to ride one of those in public, in the streets. I'd be afraid, I'd kill somebody or just like laugh to death or something stupid. I'm dumbfounded. I was talking with friends and I guess I'm all talked out, but I love it. And reflections, lenses, I love them.
Can we see what it looks like there? Just pop the lid there. Oh, now what's the best part?
Best part?
Tomato. That's the only thing I
Point to it.
Tomatoes aren't the good part. That's the good part.
Which part is that?
Pickles.
Ooh.
Tomatoes are bunk. That's...
Oh, the cheese.
No, the cheese isn't as good.
Actually, the good part is the plate.
The last of the food. There it goes. Let's see where it goes now.
Got that? Goes right in there. Was it more art or more science?
Oh, by far.
When it comes to setting records, Greg MacGregor is a man of lofty ambitions. His accomplishments, however, are more down to earth. Channel 7's Janet Yee reports on the East Bay professor's latest project.
Commuting got you down, gridlock get you mad? Well, think about this. This is Greg MacGregor's solution to traffic. He must be kidding.
This may prove to be a way to use those lanes on the side of the freeways that are empty all the time.
Well, I can tell you one thing. You won't see me riding the Crockett rocket to work. The invention, by the way, was named after the town where it's being tested. An open invitation to this exciting preview was extended to all.
It's interesting. It's different.
Oh, I think it was great. Put Crockett on the map.
It's also interesting that the secret formula was not so secret. It is 4 gallons of gas, 4 pounds of gunpowder split between 5 rockets on a bike, or so I'm told.
Well, it certainly got a lot of hype, but how successful will the Crockett rocket be? Well, consider MacGregor's record, and you be the judge. This is the same guy who tried to launch a Barbie doll into outer space. All he did was blow her to smithereens. He also tried to send his partner into orbit. The only thing that exploded then were a couple of egos when the project failed.
We decided after those failures, it might be better to try to stay on the ground.
A good idea, MacGregor. In Crockett, Janet Yee, Channel 7 News.
What do I
Hello,
look
Janet.
stupid?
No, I'm sorry.
Hi, how you doing?
Fine, how are you?
Not bad. Pretty day.
Are you nervous?
I'm really nervous. I hate it when you point a camera at me.
It's not really pointed at you, it's pointed with you.
With me. There. Now I feel better. Suddenly, everything makes sense.
It does make all the difference. Let's see.
Didn't exactly make NASA scientists jealous, but it did create quite a spectacle today. It is a rocket-powered bike, and it's got quite a good little kick. Rob Roth has the story.
Timing equipment is...
Greg MacGregor is the pilot of the Crockett rocket, a 10-speed girl's bicycle that has 5 rockets attached to the back. He's hoping to get in the Guinness Book of World Records for traveling the fastest on a rocket-powered bike. MacGregor and his partner, Clayton Bailey, built the Crockett rocket themselves. They're both art teachers at Cal State Hayward who have a history of boldly going where no man has gone before. 2 years ago, they tried to launch a Barbie doll to Mars. The mission ended in disaster. Barbie was blown up on the launch pad. But the Crockett rocket, they say, is different.
Well, it doesn't exist. I looked it up just the other day, and there is no such thing. In fact, the whole concept of a rocket bicycle may not exist. I think in everybody's mind, they think somewhere they've seen one. But if you really consider it, it's probably in a cartoon somewhere or a comic book. This may be the world's only rocket bicycle.
Dangerous?
Well, it could be. We've taken a lot of precautions. We're having the fire department here, and we're all set for the worst, but, you know, we want to live through this. It's not a world record if you can't live to enjoy it.
Today, hundreds of people came out to the John Swett High School field to witness the bicycle blast off, to see what has never been seen before. MacGregor says it was a success.
Oh, it's thrilling. Going down the corner there and turning the corner, you know, I didn't know if we were going to make it or not. The track was kind of soft. It started wobbling in the beginning. The vertical stability wasn't as good as it could have been.
How fast do you think you were going?
Well, I don't know, but faster than if I was just pedaling alone. That's all I know.
Greg MacGregor and Clayton Bailey say they've seen the future, and it's this rocket. They plan to market it someday. They hope it'll cost around $19.95. In Crockett, Rob Roth for the 6 o'clock news.